Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, before we get into the show, first off, man, if you haven't done this already, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video will come out because I'm here each and every single week. And one last thing, don't forget to be awesome. Yeah, man. Sit back, chillax, grab something to eat, grab something to drink because you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about AEW Dynamite for April the 13th, 2022. So yeah, man, overall, man, this is a really fun show with great matches. I enjoyed the trios match with the Jericho Appreciation Society versus Eddie Kingston and Santana and Ortiz. Enjoyed the main event with Minoru Suzuki and Samoa Joe for the ROH Television Championship. Thought it was a really great match. But the ending, didn't like the ending too much. You know, the thing that ended the show, I really didn't like it that much. But yeah, man, I wish I was at this show last night, but I wasn't. And you know, originally I fell asleep. I fell asleep originally, and I woke up at the 8 o'clock hour, and so that's when I caught the trios match with the Jericho Appreciation Society. And so yeah, and then you know when a replay came on, I rewatched the whole thing. But yeah, overall, this is a really fun show though, a really fun show. But yeah, I definitely wish I was there. I definitely wish I was there, man. But yeah, maybe next time. But this is the AEW Dynamite review for April the 13th, 2022 on the Ryan Awesome Show. And I say this all the time in the intro, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because I'm here each and every single week, man. And so, yeah, man, so AEW Dynamite was live in New Orleans, Louisiana, my home state of Louisiana. And so our first match of the night, we had CM Punk versus Penta Oscuro with Alex Abrahantes in his corner. And so yeah, man, this is a really great match, man. The crowd was going crazy the entire time. They were split. Half of the crowd was cheering for Punk, and the other half was cheering for Penta. And so yeah, man, at one point, man, Punk he had slipped off of the top rope. Yeah, slipped off of the top rope while he was trying to give Penta a top rana, but Punk had slipped off the top rope and he grabbed at his knee after that. And so Punk he did eventually hit the move. And so to end the match, man, we had Punk, he had caught Penta in midair and hit him with the GTS to win the match. So therefore, CM Punk wins the match. And so yeah, so of course CM Punk he's going after the AEW World Championship. And so yeah, so of course he needs to get some wins. And a win over Penta is a step in the right direction. So yeah, man. So that was pretty much it with that. And so yeah, so right after that we had the Jericho Appreciation Society. So it was Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, and Daniel Garcia. So they showed up in a jet. They pulled up in a jet. Eddie Kingston and Santana and Ortiz. They kidnapped Chase Parker or Angelo Parker. They kidnapped Angelo Parker and Matt Menard. And so they ended up taking Angelo Parker's shoes. So there's the jet that they pulled up in.
Yes. The Jericho Appreciation Society has arrived in New Orleans. This is how
New Orleans
travel. Only the best for the biggest names in AEW. And tonight, Eddie Jericho told you, baby, on site, yeah, to 7:30. We'll see you tonight. We'll see you tonight.
What's going on right here? They drove off. Or they ambushed Matt Menard. I said they. And so yeah, so right after that we had a tag team championship match, and it was for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. It was ReDRagon, so that's Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, who are the AEW World Tag Team Champions. So yeah, this is a really great match too, man. So yeah, at one point, man, Bobby Fish, he had a Falcon's arrow, a avalanche Falcon's arrow to Jungle Boy over Luchasaurus and Kyle O'Reilly. So Kyle O'Reilly, he had Luchasaurus locked in the guillotine choke, and Bobby Fish on the top rope hit a Falcon's arrow to Jungle Boy. So I thought that was freaking awesome, man. And so yeah, so to end the match, we had the Jurassic Express. They hit their finishing move, the Thoracic Express, to Fish to win the match. So therefore, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus wins the match and are still the AEW World Tag Team Championship champions. And so yeah, so right after the match, Kyle O'Reilly, he was being a sore loser, so he attacked Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus with a steel chair. And in FTR, their music had played. The crowd went crazy too. And so they came out. They had their Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships and their AAA Tag Team Championships, and they held them up in the air. And so ReDRagon had gotten FTR's face, and so they had like a shoving match. And so yeah, so that was pretty much it with that. And so yeah, man. So it looks like FTR wants the AEW Tag Team Championships. That's what I'm guessing. But yeah, that would be really cool if they do end up getting back their AEW Tag Team Championships. And so yeah, man. So that was it with that, man. And so right after that, we had Tony Schiavone. He was backstage. He interviews the Blackpool Combat Club. So that's William Regal, Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, and Wheeler Yuta, the newest member of the Blackpool Combat Club, Wheeler Yuta, who had a great match, man, with Jon Moxley on Rampage. And Wheeler Yuta, of course, is the Ring of Honor Pure Champion.
Big match coming up on Rampage on Friday night. The Blackpool Combat Club against the Gun Club in a trios match.
Mr. Schiavone, how more happy could I possibly be? I'm surrounded with three tough gentlemen, the Blackpool Combat Club. The groove's running right through me.
It'll be a big trios match Friday night.
That's right. And why do you think we're all fired up?
Yep.
Why do you think? Because Wheeler Yuta, for the first time, is fighting with us. He bled with Mox. He spit in my face. And now the three of us are going to fight the 24-0 Gun Club.
Wow, what a match it's going to be.
Wow.
I don't know the Gun Club, but I don't like the Gun Club. I think they're a bunch of goofs. Exactly what we need less of here in AEW. So we plan on doing is breaking their faces open, right? Time to get mean, Wheeler!
Well, how about it, Wheeler?
Tony, on Friday, the real work begins.
And so yeah, so that was it with that, man. And finally, Wheeler Yuta is finally a part of the Blackpool Combat Club, man. So yeah, so that's really cool, man. And so yeah, so right after that, we had Tony Schiavone once again. He interviews Jamie Hayter and Toni Storm. So two competitors in the Owen Hart Cup.
Back on Dynamite, ladies, thank you for no physicality once again this week. The fans have spoken. We don't know the brackets for the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament yet, but we do know that Tony Khan has signed, because the fans wanted to see it, in the first round, Jamie Hayter against Toni Storm.
I'm so glad Tony signed off on this match. I want this match more than he does. I want this match more than the fans want this match. You know why? There's a lot of similarities between us, Tony. We both honed our craft in Japan, in the UK, in Europe, much like Owen did. But let me tell you something for nothing. This is my crowning moment in AEW, and you're not going to stop that, because I'm going to win, and I'm going to break your face. What's nothing to say? Cat got your tongue? Huh? Just going to walk away? Huh?
She walks away.
Of course she does.
Guys, back to you.
And so yeah, so that was it with that, man. And so yeah, so they're officially, so they're gonna be face to face in the Owen Hart Cup. And so yeah, man, so that was it with that, man. And so right after that, we had a match, and it was Captain Shawn Dean versus MJF with Shawn Spears in his corner. So yeah, this is a fun match, man. This is a fun match. So yeah, so first off, MJF, he had trouble taking off his jacket. He faked it. Like, he acted like he couldn't take off his jacket. And so yeah, he used that to try to distract Shawn Dean. And so he ended up attacking Shawn Dean. Camera had showed security guards knocked out backstage. And I knew one of the security people that was knocked out. The person that had his shirt off, I know that guy. I trained with him. So yeah, man. So it was really good seeing him on there too. Yeah, not only him, but a lot of other people that play security for MJF. I trained with them, so it's really great seeing them on TV. Like seeing some of our guys on TV on AEW, bro. But yeah, so yeah, we all knew Wardlow took out the security people backstage, but they ain't show him taking out the security people backstage. Wardlow had showed up at ringside in a disguise, and so he showed up behind MJF, and so MJF started running away, and then Spears had grabbed the chair. He hit Wardlow with the chair, but Wardlow he had no sold it, and so Wardlow he tried to take out Spears, and more security people came out, and just like what I said before, I knew some of the security people, and so yeah, so they came out and they held back Wardlow. So they held back Wardlow. All that distraction got MJF counted out, and so yeah, so MJF he actually lost this match. He actually lost this match. So yeah, so therefore Captain Shawn Dean wins the match. And so yeah, man, so that was it with that, man. And so right after that, Wardlow he had spoke. Like he was taking out more of these security people backstage. And so he finally spoke. And he was like, MJF, I'm not gonna stop until you let me out of my contract. I want a piece of you. And that was it, man. That was it. It was just, yeah, this is a really fun match, man. Really fun match. And so yeah, so right after that, we had Darby Allin. We had a vignette of Darby Allin. He challenged Andrade El Idolo to a coffin match. So yeah, so that should be really good. And then right after that, we had Malakai Black, who also had a vignette. And he was talking about Fuego del Sol. Because Fuego del Sol, he recently called out Malakai Black in the House of Black on Rampage, on that one episode of Rampage.
Tell me, Fuego, are your hopes and dreams, are they still the same as what they were when you were a child? So I think there lies the main difference between you and I. See, if we were to cut open my neck, and we would push our hands through the wound and open my throat, you would find a dark abyss of razor blades that maybe one day, maybe you'll appreciate. But until now, you appreciate hollow things. You appreciate a fan base that applauds you, loves you and adores you, and thanks you because the house wanted it so. But what the house gives, the house can take. And now we will take the brightest light in your heart, and we will drag it down the deepest part of your soul, and we will kill it. And if you wonder why I'm here by myself tonight, well, I want you to be afraid of the shadows.
And so yeah, so that was it with that, man. Wow. So yeah, so right after that we had the trios match, and this is the part where I woke up. This is the time where I woke up from my nap. It was a long ass nap, man. I'm telling you that. But yeah, we had the Jericho Appreciation Society. So that's Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, and Daniel Garcia representing the Jericho Appreciation Society versus Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. So yeah, so first off, man, this was funny right here, man. So yeah, so of course the crowd they sing along to Judas, and so they had a fan that was dressed like JR in the crowd. He had the cowboy hat and he had the jersey, and so he was singing Judas. And so JR he saw it. He was like, "Wait a minute." And so yeah, I was crying laughing, man, when JR had said, "Wait a minute." Yeah, that was funny, man. But yeah, this match right here, this is really fun. A lot of back and forth. And so yeah, so at first, so yeah, towards the end of the match, we had Matt Menard and Angelo Parker. So the rest of the Jericho Appreciation Society, they came out to try to interfere in the match. Ortiz had took them out. And so Jericho, he had Floyd the Bat, and he blasted Eddie Kingston in the back with the bat. And so yeah, and so referee of course didn't see it. And so Garcia, he had covered Eddie Kingston to win the match. So therefore the Jericho Appreciation Society wins the match. And so right after the match, the rest of the Jericho Appreciation Society, they attacked Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. And that was it, man. So they left. It was a 5-on-3 beatdown. So yeah, that was it with that, man. I'm loving the Jericho Appreciation Society. I really am. Like, The makeup of the group, I love the makeup. Now, the Inner Circle was a great group. You know, we didn't really need the Inner Circle anymore because everybody gotten over on their own, or the Inner Circle gotten everybody over. And so, you know, everybody was too over that we didn't need the Inner Circle anymore. And so, with this group, it's going to get Daniel Garcia over and 2.0 over. So, yeah. Yeah, I like the sports entertainer stuff too, man. It's funny. It's really funny. I think it's a brilliant idea too, man, because you know we usually don't like the WWE. We don't like what the WWE do. They call them their wrestlers sports entertainers and all that stuff. But yeah, sports entertainers though, sports entertainers. That's like if you want to get heel heat. That's the way to go. That's the way to go about it. But yeah, man, that's why I love the Jericho Appreciation Society. I wasn't too keen on the name, but now I gotten used to the name. I gotten used to the name now, and that T-shirt is really nice too, man. I'm definitely when I get an opportunity, I will definitely get a Jericho Appreciation Society shirt. So right after that, we had Alex Marvez. He was backstage. He interviews MJF with Shawn Spears, and Smart Mark Sterling was there too.
Another upset win.
Oh man.
Funny, Marvez? Yeah? How about you? You think it's funny at home? I bet. Perhaps people have forgotten just who the hell MJF is. I'm the prodigy. I'm the phenom. I'm the pinnacle of professional wrestling. But you want to laugh? It's so funny what happened to MJF tonight. I get it. No sympathy for the devil. Well, guess what? I don't need your godforsaken sympathy because I have money. And that's what makes the world go round. Talk to him, Mark.
Well, MJF has the unfettered right to book or not book Wardlow against anyone he wishes.
That means no more just showing up to the arena having a good time, pig. Nah. See, I'm gonna put you to work. And I have the best idea on how to slaughter a greedy little pig like you.
So he paid.
A butcher.
So here comes the butcher. Oh. Oh my God. So yeah, so the butcher. So MJF, he had paid off the butcher to take out Wardlow. So that was a match made for next week. Yep, I'm enjoying this MJF and Wardlow storyline, man. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, man, that was it with that, man. And so yeah, so right after this, we had something that I did not enjoy. So yeah, so we had Marina Shafir versus Sky Blue. So Marina Shafir, she calling herself the problem. And so yeah, the problem with this match was it wasn't good. Yeah, we had a triangle choke submission hold to Blue to win the match, so Blue taps out, so therefore Marina Shafir wins the match. So yeah, this match right here, it didn't get no reaction. The only person that did get a reaction was Sky Blue. And yeah, that's the only that was the only good thing about this match was Sky Blue. But this match, the chemistry wasn't there. Marina Shafir, she had no reaction either. Crowd didn't like her, they didn't react to her. But the most annoying thing was the baddies section. That was the most annoying thing about it. They like the match, it felt like the match was focused on them instead of the actual match. But yeah, that was it, man. So right after that, we had Lexi Nair. She interviews Hook.
I'm Lexi Nair, here with Hook. Last week on Rampage, we didn't get the chance to talk. But next week in Pittsburgh is your first match on Dynamite. How are you feeling?
All right, whoa. Hold on a second. See, I told you the camera crew was coming in here. Of course, they're interviewing Hook.
So
why aren't they interviewing the hottest free agent signing in AEW history, Toni Nese?
No. They don't want to interview someone who actually worked for their success. No, they'd rather interview someone who was handed their success.
Ooh.
Whoa. Jeez. Relax. We just wanted to interview, all right? Come on.
So yeah, backstage, Hook. Yeah, like a basketball. And Housen. What the hell? So yeah, that was it with that. The cold-hearted, handsome devil, Hook. So yeah, so that was it with that, man. And so right after that, we had the minute of the year. So that's Scorpio Sky, who is the TNT champion, Ethan Page, and Dan Lampert. So they were backstage and they spoke about Sammy Guevara and Ty Conti.
Last week, Sammy had the nerve to look at us and say, wait till you see what we do next. Turns out, all he did was crawl to management and beg for a TNT title match. And you guessed it, in the only place left in America that him and his future ex-girlfriend are gonna get booed out of the building in.
Oh, don't be so sure about that, Ethan. Turns out the most obnoxious couple in the history of AEW are still right here. True. And what happened to that mixed tag match that Ty Conti wanted so badly? I guess it'll be yet another Saturday night where she goes unsatisfied.
Oh
Sammy,
my
you
God.
desecrated our car, this championship, our names, and you still didn't get the match you wanted. But now, you will get the ass kicking you need. And at Battle of the Belts, the only thing getting bigger in Texas is my winning streak.
I like that. He did the snap, and then the cameras had shut off. That was Scorpio Scott thing. Starting to do that more. I think that's pretty cool. So right after that, we had Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks, who is the FTW champion and hometown boy of New Orleans, Louisiana. My fellow Louisianian, Ricky Starks, FTW champion versus Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. So yeah, man. So yeah, the crowd, they were definitely into this match. They were into Ricky Starks because Ricky Starks, of course, is from New Orleans, Louisiana. And so yeah, man. At one point, Swerve, he had hit a backflip off of Keith Lee's chest and landed right on Hobbs and Starks. So I thought that was really nice. Starks, he had a Canadian Destroyer to Swerve, and he went for the cover, and I thought that was it. And then Taz, he had came out. Taz had came out. He walked out to the ring. Taz also interfered in this match too. So he grabbed that Keith Lee's foot, and so yeah, so that distracted Keith Lee, and Powerhouse Hobbs that hit Keith Lee with a spine buster to win the match. So therefore, Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks wins the match. To me, it was a much needed win for Team Taz because it felt like didn't they lose the last time they fought them, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, a much needed win for Starks and Hobbs. And so yeah, so right after that we had Tony Schiavone. He was backstage. He interviews the AEW Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa.
Big times for the Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa. 316 in San Antonio proclaimed Thunder Rosa Day. And you've got the main event coming up at Battle of the Belts too on Saturday, defending the title against Nyla Rose.
And I am so excited. I've been celebrating.
Lord have mercy. Vicky and Nyla Rose. Cake.
Quite frankly, you ain't worth that much.
Look, we just want to let everyone know that we're celebrating you having the world's shortest title reign. You guys are so sweet. I mean, you didn't have to. Okay. Vicky, Nyla, do you think I'm stupid?
Yeah.
Yes? Stop it out.
Oh my God.
Nyla, get her. Get her, Nyla.
Take. Oh. And she went right after Nyla Rose. So they were fighting backstage. And it still got taken out.
Come on now, back it up. Joke's on you. I love cake.
Let's go. What is it?
So yeah, that was it with that. She got in the upper hand, but she still got beaten up. Hopefully Saturday is the end of it, man. I'm getting sick and tired of these two. I'm not a fan of Nyla Rose. I'm really not. But I am a fan of Thunder Rosa. Right after that, we had a vignette of Adam Cole and Adam Hangman Page, who is the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And so they were talking about that Texas Death Match that they have on Friday, this coming Friday. So before we get into the main event, man, let's talk about next week's show. For AEW Rampage first, we have Adam Hangman Page versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Championship in a Texas Death Match. And then we have a trios match. We have the Gun Club, so that's Billy Colton and Austin Gunn, who are 24-0, versus the Blackpool Combat Club. So that's Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, and Wheeler Yuta, who is the ROH Pure Champion. And so the Blackpool Combat Club making their debut. And also we have the qualifying match of the Owen Hart Cup on AEW Rampage for the women. So we have Ruby Soho versus Robin Renegade. And also so this Saturday, at Battle of the Belts, we have the TNT Championship match. It's Scorpio Sky, who's the TNT Champion, versus Sammy Guevara. And also on Saturday, we have the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship match. It's going to be Jonathan Gresham, who is the Ring of Honor World Champion, versus Dalton Castle. And also, we have the AEW Women's World Championship. It's going to be Thunder Rosa, who is the AEW Women's World Champion, versus Nyla Rose for the AEW Women's World Championship. And so for Wednesday next week, we have Wardlow versus The Butcher. And then we have Hook. So yeah, so Hook will be making his AEW Dynamite debut. So that should be really good. I can't wait for that. And also we have another match. We have another qualifying match for the Owen Hart Cup for the women. So it's going to be Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Daniel Kamala. Daniel Kamala. So that's the former Vanessa Bourne from NXT. So, and also we have another qualifying match, the Owen Hart Cup qualifying match for the men. It's going to be Jungle Boy, who is one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions, versus Kyle O'Reilly, representing the Undisputed Elite. And also for Dynamite, we have a coffin match. So it's going to be Andrade El Idolo versus Darby Allin. And also on Dynamite, Tony Khan, he has a huge announcement on next week's Dynamite. So yeah, Tony Khan have a huge announcement every single week. So yeah, so I can't wait to see what it is. And so yeah, so right after that we had the main event. So the main event we had Samoa Joe. Oh yeah, so the main event was for the Ring of Honor TV Championship. And it was Samoa Joe versus Minoru Suzuki, who is the Ring of Honor television champion. And so yeah, this match right here was hard hitting. And this is probably one of the best matches on the show. And so yeah, so both of these guys, they were going back and forth for slaps and chops the entire time, bro. And so yeah, the entire time. And so yeah, so to end the match, Samoa Joe had hit the Muscle Buster to Suzuki to win the match. So therefore, Samoa Joe wins the match and is the new Ring of Honor World TV Champion. So yeah, first off, man, like when the match started, man, we had a "This is awesome" chant. Like the match just started and we had a "This is awesome" chant. And so right after the match, Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt, they spoke. And so yeah, they had like a present in their hand, and so they promised last week Joe a present. And so they had a present, and so they opened up the present, and it was a middle finger. It was a middle finger, so they opened it up, and it was a middle finger. And so yeah, so they started taunting Joe, and so the lights had cut off. And so when the lights had cut off, I thought it was the House of Black because that's their thing. You know, that's their thing. That the lights cut off and they show up. And so yeah, the lights shut off and it cut back on, and we have this large man, this large guy. I didn't know who it was. At first, I thought it was the Great Khali. Like when I saw this person, I thought it was the Great Khali. But it was like I saw this guy, I was like, man, who is that? Like, who in the heck is this guy? And so yeah, nobody knew who he was. Everybody was quiet. The crowd was quiet, and the crowd started chanting, "Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?" Man, if you make your debut, you never want to get that chant. You never want to get that chant. So yeah, so the crowd started chanting, "Who are you? Who are you?" And so it was a 3-on-1 beatdown. So Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh, that was his name, Satnam Singh. So Satnam Singh is a former basketball player, from what I heard, former basketball player, and he trained in the Nightmare Factory. So yeah, that's what the commentary team has said. And so yeah, so they beat down Joe, and that was it. That was it. That was the end of the show. And so yeah, that was weird, man. That was a weird ending to Dynamite. One of the weirdest endings to Dynamite. And so yeah, man. Yeah, it was supposed to be a celebration for Joe winning the title, but he didn't get a chance to celebrate because of this. If it was somebody else, if it was a debut, if it was Cesaro, and Cesaro would have showed up and attacked Joe, it probably would have got a better reaction. But it was freaking Satnam Singh. Never even heard of the person. But yeah, that was it, man. That was it with AEW Dynamite, man. You know, that was this ending was not good, man. This is not a good ending to a show, to a Dynamite. But this is a really great match. This is a really great match, and Samoa Joe is the new Ring of Honor TV champion. So congratulations to Joe. And yeah, man, that was it. That was it with AEW Dynamite. That was it with AEW Dynamite from New Orleans, Louisiana for April the 13th, 2022. I wish I was there, but I wasn't. But yeah, man. But congratulations, man, to everybody that was there. To everybody that was there. And some of the people that I know that I train with, congratulations to them that they were there too. They had some AEW Dark matches. So congrats to them. And so yeah, man. So yep, that was it with AEW Dynamite for April the 13th, 2022 on the Ryan Awesome Show. And I say this all the time in the intro. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. And subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Because I'm here each and every single week, man. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys on Saturday. I'll see you guys on Saturday for a Battle of the Belts. And yeah, man. And once again, guys, thank you for the love and the support for the show. Thank you, thank you, and thank you, man. And yeah, man. And this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.